Look at that view. My apologies if it's super echoey throughout this entire video. Welcome back to an all-new episode of Construction Secrets with me, David Windsor. As always, you can go over to davidwindsor.com to get your free downloadable templates. All I ask in exchange is that you like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. That's it. I'm a general contractor here in Park City, Utah, where we've been in business for 18 months. And in those short 18 months, we've accumulated $15 million worth of work. And I'm just documenting some of the things that we're doing. I come from the commercial world, and I took a lot of the practices that I learned from a billion-dollar company, and I've implemented them into a relatively small company. And I'm just here to share the systems and tools and tips and tricks that we use within our business that will hopefully help you along the way in your construction journey. But that being said, today is final inspection day, and we are officially done with this house. Got my punch list of, it's a decent size, not too bad. But so what I do with my punch list is I sit there and I write them all down, and then I make phone calls one by one. So I put them into categories of who is the individual person that needs to take on that task. A handyman, a painter, a drywall repairer, an electrician, plumber. And then I just write down all the punch list items, and then I start making the phone calls and telling them that we need to schedule time to have them come up and dedicate a couple hours to getting this done. So that's the way we do it. That's our process, but there's really no method to that madness. It's just a list of things you got to get done. So that being said, this house in particular has been a really tough process. And so today I want to talk about just sticking with it. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Stick with it. Anybody that knows me, it's what I say. Stick with it. And sometimes things are tough. This house was extremely tough. So this is the second house that we ever were contracted to build. It was a friend of a friend who knew we were getting in business, and he's in construction, and he was like, yeah, I'll give you guys a chance. And it was great. And we started off hot, and then we had a really, just a frame crew that they didn't have enough guys. They had 3 or 4 guys. They were just being lazy. They were showing up late, but it was during a time in the market when we couldn't find anybody else. And we were so new, this was only our second house, that we didn't have a reputation with anybody. So nobody would jump off another job to come help us because they didn't know if we were a one-off contractor. And so we couldn't get anybody to come replace them. So as much as we bitched and argued at these guys, it just didn't work. They just showed up late every single day, and then they'd leave early. Nothing would happen. They would go to lunch, and it was exhausting. And a house of this magnitude, a frame crew should be able to do in 2.5 months, 10 weeks. They should be able to do this house. 12 weeks max. It took these guys a year. And then I've showed you some videos about a flood we had in here, and so it took us a year to finish to do this, and then we had all these little things throughout the house, and it just kept taking forever. And the owner was extremely kind and really cool, and still is. And it just was a shame, and we cut our teeth on this project, and it just took forever. But we just kept sticking with it. And we were at this stage ready for final inspection, and we had a flood the day before Thanksgiving, and we had to spend Thanksgiving, tearing out drywall of this beautiful home, tearing out the hardwood floors, tearing out the cabinets. I mean, all this shit came out. We tore all this out. This is a new countertop. It was ruined because we couldn't, with the miter, we couldn't make it right on the waterfall. So we took all the appliances, everything was gone. And so not only did it take a year to frame the house, when it should have taken 3 months max, we had this happen. So that set us back. And that was during the holidays when it was slower. And on top of it, we've had a record-breaking snow year. I mean, there's 4 feet of snow out there. Look at our dumpster. We're not gonna get that dumpster out of there. That thing is buried. We got to get a backhoe to get that out. So all these factors have happened to slow this job down and keep it going on and on and on. And you just got to stick with it. Whatever you got to do to just keep your head high, finish strong. Don't let it get to you. I mean, it's going to happen, and not get irritated, because it's an emotional roller coaster here in construction. And if you ride those highs when you're excited that, you passed an inspection, or the siding got delivered, you're riding high, but then when something else happens, you're gonna ride low. And a lot of shit goes like this every day in construction. So you gotta just maintain, an even keel and stick with it. Stick with it. It is beautiful out here. Look at that. We got a clubhouse right there. That's a big mound. They're building a clubhouse there. This whole neighborhood's gonna have 400 homes in it. 400 homes, and we currently have 4 going in this neighborhood. So we're making our presence known in this neighborhood, and you know, you're gonna get projects like this, projects that just take a really long time, longer than they should definitely take, and it's embarrassing and it sucks, and you just gotta stick with it. So I appreciate you guys watching these videos as always. I can't thank you enough. I'm out here just trying to document this journey, and my hope is that, you know, one of these videos will help you along the way of your construction journey. And my goal in this whole thing is just to bring this industry up as a whole. I think there's a lot of talented individuals in construction. I know there's a lot of talented individuals in construction. I know there's a lot of ambitious individuals in construction. And I know there's a lot of individuals that don't have the confidence to do their own thing in construction. And so my hope is that my story and my my background is not in construction. I want you to know that. My background, I was in business forever. I was in the food industry, and I didn't know much about construction getting into this. And I jumped in. I got a job head first, and then I just jumped in, and I'm learning. But I understand how to run the business. And I know there's a lot of individuals that are opposite of me. They understand a lot about construction and not so much about running the business, the taxes, the accounting, the LLCs, the setups. And those are the things that make them less confident to do so. So that's my hope, is to bring everybody up and make this industry grow together. So go over to davidwindsor.com, get your free downloadable templates. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. And here we got my dear friend, Sergio. Sergio's my amigo. Sergio.
Good morning, my friend.
How are you, sir?
Good.
Catch you next time.